This teacher's insane, a total nut job. I think there's something seriously wrong with him.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey guys, it's been a minute. It's been a little while since I've made a video, so bear with me as I get back into the groove of things today. But I am so excited because today we're going to be revisiting the slam poetry-esque Disney Channel show, Girl Meets World. So without further ado, let's get back into it. So for anyone who doesn't know, Girl Meets World was a Disney Channel TV show that aired in like 2014, and it was essentially like a long-awaited sequel slash reboot of the 1990s TV show known as Boy Meets World. Honestly, that show was incredible. I love Boy Meets World. It was just one of those shows that really, you know what, maybe I should make a video about it because honestly, it was the better half of these two shows, like by like a mile. So maybe I should revisit this one. Anyways, Boy Meets World was one of those like coming of age TV shows, and it's literally exactly as the title kind of tells us about. It's about a boy kind of getting used to the world, and like he's learning all these really incredible lessons from all these different adult figures around him. It's just a really wholesome, great show, great lessons and all that. Mr. Feeney, still till this day one of my favorite TV show characters. But anyways, so the Girl Meets World TV show kind of takes on that same theme, but instead of it being Corey, who is the main character of Boy Meets World, it's now his daughter. Decades later, her name is Riley, and it kind of tracks her experience in life as she navigates being a teenager, a high schooler, along with her friends Maya, Farkle, and Lucas. And I think Zay, he comes later on in the show, so we won't talk about him in today's episode, but from what I can remember, even though he's not like appearing in this first episode, he was one of my favorite characters because he would just say what the audience was thinking, and you know, I appreciated it because everybody else was just living in, well, their own world, pun intended, and he was the one that was really holding it down in reality.
Okay. Whatever that means.
So the episode starts with an introduction to Riley and Maya. Their relationship essentially kind of like reflects the relationship between her father and his best friend in Boy Meets World, whose name, what was his name again? Eric? No, Sean. But yeah, Riley is more of the shy, apprehensive one. Maya is more of the risk taker. So this episode starts off with Maya and Riley essentially trying to sneak out of her bedroom window to ride the subway because apparently this is like a really big deal, you know. But as they're trying to sneak out, her dad essentially catches them and he comes in, and of course the crowd goes wild. At the time that I watched the show when I was younger, I hadn't watched Boy Meets World, so I was like, why is everybody acting like this man is some celebrity? I was like, I don't know this man, but now, you know what? Yeah. Cheer for Corey. We love Corey. Anyways, he comes in, does his old, like, slam poetry thing.
My world. Because if it was your world, Maya would have been on the subway already thinking you put something over on me. But she didn't. Know what I know? Look at you. You're right here.
How long do I have to live in my father's world?
Until you make it yours.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This show, the dialogue, like, you could just tell that they're reading off of a script. Granted, in Boy Meets World, sometimes some of the dialogue would kind of feel that way, but I don't know, it just came off still so much more natural in Boy Meets World. I feel like in this show specifically, sometimes the scenes feel very contrived. Maybe that's why. And like the acting just isn't as strong, unfortunately. So like, I don't know, it does feel like they're just like doing slam poetry every two scenes, but that's okay. You know, sometimes we need a little bit of slam poetry in our lives. This whole scene ends with Topanga also coming in again, the crowd going wild because, you know, if you know, you know. And the girls, they get to go on the subway and start experiencing the world for the first time.
Just watching Maya. Thanks, Gretchen.
So while on the subway, this is where we're introduced to Lucas, Riley's crush. Initially, Maya does this whole thing where like she speeds runs their relationship to kind of vet out whether or not he's single or not. I think that was the point. I don't really know. I still don't really understand the whole scene. Anyways, but she, you know, she helps Riley out. She's the greatest wingman. This is also where we kind of see that Riley's trying to be like Maya, you know, like more free-spirited and I guess a little bit more rebellious than she usually is.
I want to be exactly like you. I think too much and you don't think at all.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
So skip forward a little bit and the girls are in school, and this is where we learn that Corey is Riley and Maya's teacher, and this is also where we meet Farkle, another one of my favorite characters of the show.
Riley is the sun, warm and bright and lights up my whole day. Maya is the night, dark and mysterious. And the night has always been a mystery to me because I go to bed at 7:30.
Eventually, Lucas walks in, aka Subway Boy, and, you know, Riley's excited. Corey then gives his students an assignment to write what they believe in and what they would fight for, which honestly, now that I'm rewatching the show, Corey was a great teacher. Like, the class is really immersed in what's going on. Like, the way he teaches, I feel like, would be how I learn. So honestly, I like his teaching methods. But anyways, of course, Maya, being the rebel that she is, she decides to make her assignment about how homework shouldn't be something that is needed and that classwork should be done in class, which honestly, preach. And she kind of inspires the rest of the students to start chanting no homework, more freedom, and Riley joins in.
I'm making a choice about who I want to be, about whose world I want it to be.
Riley, I know you. You know exactly who you are.
Who am I, Dad?
You're just like me.
Yeah? Would you do this? No, homework, more freedom.
This, be nice. I'm finding it.
Also, quick side tangent, I found myself cackling. Like, cackling as I was rewatching this episode. I did rewatch it in 2x speed, so honestly, I think that helps with the dialogue and pacing because, like, these people are funny. Like, the writers are funny. I was laughing. I was really having a grand old time. Anyways, back to the show. So at home, of course, her parents are really worried about Riley and her walking out of school and her kind of essentially wanting to turn into Maya. This scene also kind of throws Maya under the bus a little bit because they say that, you know, Riley, you're such a good person, which kind of insinuates that Maya is not, and they like make her sound like she's like this awful kid where like she really isn't. This is also where we meet Augie, who is honestly, he's the only one asking the real questions around here.
Do bears know how to smile? Why is cake always so delicious? Will my drawings ever get any better?
I am so powerful. My mind, it amazes me sometimes.
It's then the next day, and Corey asks the students to essentially turn in their work that he assigned the previous day. Maya then takes all the papers and takes one of one of the sparklers from Farkle's diorama, because he's Farkle, of course, he made a diorama, and accidentally sets off the sprinklers.
Hi, this is Brittany, 12 hours before my shift. 12 hours after my shift.
Everyone low-key blames Riley, including her own father. Like, everyone's like, why didn't you do anything? Why didn't you stop your friend? That's just who you are. I'm like, yo, is Maya incapable of thinking for herself? Like, come on now, she's her own person. Let's all calm down. Maya does get in trouble, and Corey kind of confronts her about how she's the one that's always getting Riley in trouble, yada yada yada. And then we actually get this really sweet, sad scene of Maya saying that the reason why she does all of this is because no one helps her at home with her homework.
Do you understand me?
I have nobody at home who helps me with my homework.
Maya and Riley then have this really heartfelt, emotional conversation on the train about how, well, Maya feels like Corey's probably gonna want them to stop being friends, but Riley says that if anyone's gonna be in her world, it's gonna be Maya, or the first person she wants to be in her world is Maya. So that was really cute. The two girlies, hand in hand, then go to talk to Corey about how Riley is gonna be Riley and she's gonna get them out of the messes when Maya eventually gets them into those messes. And this girl, I'm sorry, this part kind of made me chuckle because she compares their friendship to, she said, this is my Civil War. And I said, okay. I mean, okay. The Civil War. It's a bit of a crazy comparison, but I get the message. The episode then ends with Corey gifting Riley a Metro card or subway card because he believes that she is now ready to truly enter the world because she stood up for her friend and she did it while being herself. So I guess that's the big overarching message here. Corey also sees like Mr. Feeney. I don't know if it's Mr. Feeney's ghost. Honestly, when I saw this clip, I thought it was because Mr. Feeney was dead, but I'm pretty sure Mr. Feeney pops back up in the show. Like, he guest stars in the show, so I don't really know what was going on there, or if, like, I don't know what the writers were trying to do.
That's what I'm talking about. It means something to me, man.
Overall, honestly, y'all, I had a ball rewatching this episode. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I cackled as I was rewatching it. Granted, sometimes I was laughing at it more than with it. However, it was just a really, really good time. Also, although some of the dialogue can feel a bit ham-fisted for it being a Disney Channel show, honestly, I think it did pretty alright overall, and I think it tackled a lot of very serious subjects as best as it could, given the constraints of it being a Disney Channel show. So, you know what? I would recommend it. I recommend rewatching it, even if it's just for nostalgia or maybe just for a good laugh, because it definitely was a great laugh for me. Hey guys, I just want to say a huge thank you for tuning into this video, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you when I see ya. Bye guys.